What's the freakiest thing you ever done?
Ate some ass.
Oh yeah?
God,
Did you like it?
Got him on all fours and stroking that from the back.
Damn. Okay,
Don't
about
ask
you.
me that question.
All right, now what
Ask
can I
me
ask?
something else.
All right,
I have this male friend that's been pursuing me for quite some time now, but that recently changed due to the fact that I invited him out with a friend of mine, a girlfriend, and they ended up having sex. Now, he's still trying to pursue me, but I just can't get over the fact that, that happened. So how do I break it to him without losing the friendship?
Didn't you say y'all were friends before?
Yes.
And he was acting like your friend, but he was pursuing you?
Yes.
And you kept telling him no?
Yes.
So what you need to break to him now? Here's what you got to do. Here's the only way to fix this. You have to put it out your mind that happened with him and the girl. Y'all wasn't in a relationship. He been asking you for 7 years. Now, I think that's a long time to keep asking somebody for something, and they keep saying no, and then you go and do something else. So really can't get mad at the man.
Right.
He did what most men in here would have done. So I would say, if I were you, I'd give him a shot, but you got to block that out. You cannot bring it up. Now, are you going to be able to do that? Probably not.
No.
So leave the man alone. Leave the man alone. Let him go on and have somebody else.
My standards are high as fuck because I can provide everything that I require. I would much rather be alone for the rest of my life, happy being alone for the rest of my life, than being with someone that doesn't make my life better. You don't have to agree with me. I don't know why some people get triggered when they hear this. That's just what I believe. Period.
A few moments later.
Okay, here are some crazy statistics about dating according to big data, you guys. They found that a 6-foot man earning $62,000 per year is on average as desirable as a 5'6" man who earns $237,000 per year. In other words, those 6 inches of height are worth $175,000 in the dating market. Here's an interesting one. If a man increases his earnings from about $40,000 to about $175,000, he can expect the average woman to be 8.9% more likely to contact him. However, if a woman's earnings increase by the same amount, she can expect the average man to be 3.9% more likely to contact her. And that makes me so curious, why does that not work both ways? I'd love to know your guys' thoughts. Another study found that a woman's occupation doesn't impact how many messages she receives when you take into account her physical attractiveness, but for men, the story is entirely different. Men who work in certain occupations receive far more messages. Lawyers, male lawyers, being at the top of the totem pole, followed by law enforcement / firefighter, and then military, and then health professional. Last place, the data says, the least desirable occupation is service, hospitality, and food. Interesting. Hinge users are 11.3% more likely to match with someone who shares their initials. Odd. The one finding I really appreciated and fully believe in is that a person who is happy outside of their relationship is far more likely to be happy in the relationship. So if you want to find a good partner, make sure to check that they are a happy person, alone and single.
Just another modern woman with tons of makeup on who overvalues himself that will die alone. I've told you guys this before. Invest in cat food and box wine because there are going to be tons of lonely, single, bitter women who think they deserve the world, who think they're entitled to a man's money and resources and lifestyle. Guys, remember this quote. Women make money to be free and independent. Men make money to take care of their woman and their children, which means women are naturally selfish. They're hypergamous. And women like her, I did some research. She's a lawyer, so she got a little bit of money, a little bit of pocket change. So she thinks that I deserve a top-tier guy. I need a guy who can not just provide for me, but provide the lifestyle that I want. And here's the thing. Notice how she says, if I can survive on my own, if I can provide what I require from a man, then what do I need you for? Which means by default, she's only with you because you can give her something. Think about the selfish, entitled mindset you have to have as an individual. Women, when they work, when they make money, they're only keeping it for themselves. They're not planning on giving it to you. Now, they'll spend their own money, but they want to meet you and they want you to spoil them. See, these women are living double lives. They want a traditional man, a man who's going to give her all those benefits and a ring and a house and a car and all these different things. But they want to live a modern day woman lifestyle. It's wild, man. And these are the type of women who are dangerous because you think that they love you, think that they care about you. They don't care about you. They just care about getting from point A to point B. I've said this before, and I'll say it again. Women are naturally selfish. They're naturally greedy. They're always sizing you up. They're trying to see, how can this guy make my life that much better? And if he can't, then I'm not going to give him any unconditional love. There's no such thing as unconditional love for men, right? If you're not giving her something, it could be your seed, it could be some attention, it could be validation, it could be resources. She's like, what's the point of having you? What's the point of dealing with you? And this is why a lot of women are going to be alone, because they think that their degree, they think that their job, they think that their little income, their little side hustle means that I'm entitled to a man who makes double what I make. No. See, what she doesn't ask, what she doesn't say is, what can I bring to the table to this man? The man that I want, that I desire, let's say he's over 6 feet tall, because she gave those statistics. Let's say he makes $250,000 a year. And let's say he's in great shape, he has everything together. What can I give that man? Because there's only a small percentage of men who are 6 feet tall, has six-pack abs, who's in shape, and makes over six figures. So all you women think that you're special because you put on makeup on like her, because you want to look like a Kim K type of chick, because you got a little figure. There's tons of women on Instagram and social media who have a figure, who do makeup, who's somewhat attractive, right? So what are you going to bring to that man's life? You're not special. A man has to work. A man has to grind. We have to become something. You just throw makeup on and get a little degree, and you think that, oh, you know, I need this, I need that, I need that. And all these women are on social media demanding resources. It's annoying. It's kind of like a nice guy saying, well, I bought her this, I did this, you got to give me sex. That's what it's like. Just because you're alive, just because you have a wet box, just because you put on makeup does not entitle you to anything. When you women understand this and you understand the sexual market value and the landscape, you'll realize that, you know what? You know, I'm not settling for him. He's settling for me. And I should be grateful to have him. There's not a lot of men out there who not only will put up with your mess, but who will give you a lifestyle that you can't really give yourself. That's a tall task. And women think that those guys just, grown trees. I'm 6'3". I make a pretty decent living, and I'm in pretty good shape. So, with that being said, statistic-wise, why should I settle for you? There's tons of women like you who have a degree and who have, some little bit of money and maybe their own place, and who are barely getting by. Why should I be with you? Why should I commit my resources to you? See, because this thing, women aren't coming to the table committing their resources to you. They're like, yo, what can I get? What are you doing for me? Their job is their job. What they have going on and what they bring in, that's theirs. Now, they might get you something small, a scarf or something like that, or maybe take you out to dinner on your birthday once a year, or maybe get you something small for Christmas. But they're not trying to break the bank on you. They're trying to be taken care of. And all you women who think that those type of men are just gonna show up and just give you the world, it's not gonna happen. And on top of that, they want a guy who's over 6 feet, who's tall, who's attractive, who's in shape. Dude has options. He's not trying to really settle down like that. I'm just gonna keep it real. That man has hit the genetic lottery and he's worked hard. He's put himself in a position to do different things in life and to be at the top of his game. Why should that man settle down with you? What are you bringing to the table? So you women, you're so concerned about surviving and I can provide what I can require. Okay, so can he. So what are you gonna do? He can wash his own laundry. He has good money. He has a job. He has an educator. He has probably a trade or two. He has a side hustle. So what makes you so much more valuable? See, women have got it twisted. They think that if I do everything a man can do, I'm going to be attractive to him. No, we don't want women. We don't care about your money. We don't care about you being a lawyer, as she says she is. We don't care about your degree. We don't care about any of that. We care about fit, friendly, and submissive women. And if you're not that, if you're not cooperative, if you're argumentative, if you think that I can provide this, what you going to do for me? You come to somebody like me or a high-value guy's lifestyle or a life and say, well, I do this, I do this. Okay, that's your stuff. Okay, so what you gonna do for me? Well, you gotta, see, that's the thing. You women have got it backwards because society has brainwashed you into thinking that us men want a woman with a degree. We require a woman to make X amount of money. We require a woman to have this. No, a man will get with a woman who works at Walmart or McDonald's, who's in shape, who's feminine, who's friendly, who's kind. We'll get with that woman before we get with you, who has a lawyer degree, who has some money and a few 100,000 Instagram followers. We don't care about that. Matter of fact, that's a turnoff to quality men. Now you can get those little beta males. Those beta males, they're thirsty for women like her. Oh, she looks good. She has this. They don't require anything from her. But here's the thing, a guy who's quality, he already has his life together. He can get women. He can get sex on a somewhat decent, consistent basis, right? So what are you going to do to separate yourself from all those other women? Throwing makeup, try to look like a Kim K, try to look like this type of woman, try to pose. And here's the thing, all you women who got a Instagram following, who have all these social media accounts, who think that, yeah, me posing this way and this way. No, high value men don't really want that. Dudes who trying to smash real quick, it's like, yeah, okay, I hop in a DM real quick. I'll probably break a little pocket change, but you won't be able to get a quality man, because a man of high value, who has morals, who has character, he doesn't want a woman who everybody can see, who everybody can have access to, who's on social media doing all these different things and posting. He doesn't want that. He wants a woman who's pure. He wants a woman who respects herself, because a woman is supposed to be a reflection of him. And the fact that you are on social media complaining, posing half nude and this and that, I can already see. Listen, you go to Dubai. That's what you should. Listen, all you women who are on there, go to Dubai so those dudes can crap on you, pay you a few $1,000s, pay you a few bands, $10,000, then you go back home. Because that's what you're for. You're for the streets. You're a 304. Quality men look for certain characteristics. Can I bring you home to mom? No. Are you reliable? Are you loyal? Most likely not. Can I trust you to be by my side when things get a little tough? No, as you can see. I mean, what do you bring to my life? Nothing. So a lot of you women are going to be alone and single. And I'm just here reaping the benefits and enjoying the ride, because it's sad. A lot of men who are valuable, who know their value, they're just pumping and dumping you women. That's all. So basically that's what she's getting at. I'm getting pumped and dumped by all these dudes. So, what am I going to get, from this guy? What do you bring to the table? A man who's attractive, who's tall, who's in shape, who's your type, guess what? He's a whole bunch of other women's types. So what are you going to do to separate yourself besides having a degree, having a little job, and be able to provide the bare necessities of your life? A roof over your head, some clothes that you can wear, and food. What? Exactly. Get it together, or else you will be alone and you will be 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, single with no man.